Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different tabletop games project every weekday at 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give my honest thoughts on how that project's being ran in today. I'm very excited to be checking out the second most popular project on all of Kickstarter, that is Monsterpocalypse, the board game. Crush, stomp, or smash your way to supremacy. Be the last monster, ... by Mythic Games. It's already raised $335,000. It's got 16 days left to go, so it is having somewhat of a shorter campaign here. So I see the monsters. I'm getting like maybe a King of Tokyo style vibe, which is a good vibe, but I'd like to know the player count. I'd like to know the time length. I'd like to know the age. I'd like to know the price potentially. I'd like to know if there's miniatures or if it's standees. I'd like to just know a little bit more. Now, my whistle is wetted, though, sufficiently. I still am interested, but I think this could be used to display more, because crush, stomp, or smash your way to supremacy. Crush, stomp, or smash. Those pretty much feel like the same things. It's not like it's a 4X game where it's like exploit, explore. No, this is crush, stomp, or smash. They're all in the same family. Yeah, I feel like this main image could be a little bit better. But I do like the artwork. I get why they're trying to show the artwork. I think the artwork looks really awesome. And when I see it even closer, I'm getting even more of a King of Tokyo vibe, especially with this rocket over here. So I'm excited. I am excited, but I want to know that information. Can I play this with my son? As always, when you go into the video, I'm looking at the three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. What? Okay. I like that shot right there. I want to go back. It was too fast. I don't want to see your cool 3D rendered monsters. I want to see these. Oh, I wonder if these are in the base game or if these in deluxe. I already have questions that hopefully will be answered. I'm seeing this as my player area. All the special abilities. Yeah, I want to see more of that, but I'm sure they're going to reveal it. We're getting there. I wonder if the music is going to build up into a climactic sort of thing and then we'll get to see everything. I don't think so, but that'd be cool. Nice, look at those. So those look cool. Dinosaurs, that one's floating. It's awesome. I get a good sense of the scale. I think this is a really good shot because they put it next to another mini, and I always think this is a good idea. Like, it makes it so much more of a toy factor. It's like, oh, look how big that is. That just looks so cool. I'm excited. Spotlight weird stuff. Monster battling game. So, I like that they're showcasing me some of the stuff I can do in the game. How does this work? How does that work thematically? Oh. Whoa. Oh, that was a great shot. That was a great shot. Because I just saw, oh, this is a dice chucker. That was like 12 dice. That was some stupid amount of dice that I'm chucking. Awesome. Excellent. Good to know. And with that in mind, I think this is doing a great job. Like, I want to play this game with my kid. I want to roll a whole bunch of dice and make monster smash. What is it? It's a rocket monster. No, it's a mech? Okay, I think this is getting a bit long here, but I must say, I like it. I like this video overall because they pretty much just said, oh, hey, crazy stuff's gonna happen. Like King Kong, yeah, King Kong's in here. Aliens, yeah, we totally got aliens. You know, we're not taking this theme like super serious. Like we can get as wild and crazy as you want to get. And when I see people going as wild as crazy, I like that. That opens up expansion possibilities up to yayo. You know, one of my favorite expansions is you know, the Halloween one, and not for the cards. I don't actually like the cards that the Halloween expansion adds. I typically don't even play with them, but for just adding those really thematic, you know, boogie woogie, like that's like, so I love when companies do that. He's got a rocket launcher. The absurdity. I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. Core. I like how they have the core. I like how that word right there specifically is just kind of, it's right in the center. So I know that this is the core, but there's going to be more. And I'm excited to see what that more is. So this is just showing me the core. Okay. I like that video. I like that video. That was good. That was good. So do I want it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know the player count. I don't even know the time link. I don't even know the age. I don't know if I can play it solo. I don't know any of that stuff. I want to know that stuff. But I feel like that video was so well done that yes, do I want it? I think they did a great job, especially if you're a fan of dice chuckers, as I am. So, Mythic Games, 12 created, 43 backed. So this is one where we don't have to worry too much. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. So this should be some spectacular customer service here in the updates and the comments. And then we have Six Siege, which I do not believe is out. Super Fantasy Brawl, which I do not believe is out. Darkest Dungeon, which I do not believe is out. Hell of the Last Saga, maybe that one's out. Steam Watchers, I don't even know, because this is always where you want to see how many things they have that still have not been released. And I know this one is relatively new. I do not believe this is out, unless this was kind of... What's Up Wednesday, map packs and replayability. What's Up Wednesday, the attacker operators. So they do a Wednesday weekly update, so I like seeing that. So yeah, so that one's not out. So we're checking to see. So they got one pending. What's Up Wednesday? And I love this. I love this. That on someone's job, you know, most likely they write it on Tuesday as well. Like, this is just updating everyone on every outstanding Kickstarter. Is that what it is? That's great. Like, that's the kind of customer service I want to see. They need a Saturday morning cartoon show, LOL. That was great. Like, my kids, if they watch that video, they're going to be like, wow. I should do a reaction video. People, I don't know. So that's an idea. I just got in my brain. Reaction videos to Kickstarters from 5-year-olds. All right, so comments. So I don't think this is out. So yeah, Access Pledge Manager. So I don't think this one is out as well. So now we're getting up to 3. We're getting up to 3 big minis games that have not been out, plus that one. So that'll be 4. Because I don't think that one's out. Is this one out? Surely this one must be out. Because that's a lot. 16,000 comments. Dear golly. That's a lot of engagement. The add-ons updates. What's on Wednesday? On art and visual upgrades. What's on Wednesday? On the... I don't think this is shipping. On manufacturing, delivery, and development. So that's 5. Is that 5 games included? So wow. Is this one? Are we up to 6? What's Up Wednesday? Remaining fulfillment updates. So no, we're not up to 6. So North America, I'm pretty sure is good. They seem to work on all of them at the same time. Yeah, I imagine if they have 7 people in the updates and the comments, they have figured out that, you know, if we do good customer service, we're going to keep people coming back. You know, as long as, because here's the bottom line, you can be late. You can be late. You can make mistakes. You can do a lot of things as a Kickstarter company, but you need to be open and transparent. That's what you need to be. Like, you go look at the story behind Two Rooms and a Boom and all the crap that Kickstarter campaign went through. But do people say negative things about that company? I don't think so. I've never heard anybody say anything. It's because of how they handled it. They were open. They were transparent. People understand. So do I want it? Yeah. So 1 to 4 players, 60 minutes, ages 14 plus, 3 to 4 player mode, only with expansion. Ooh. Don't like that. So this is, in fact, the core box is a 2-player dueling head-to-head chucker. That's not the impression I got from anything that I've seen so far. But I will say they spotlighted that first and foremost, so I can't even ding them for that. They're like, okay. So, Monsterpocalypse now, board game is now unleashed on your tables. Mythic Games and Privateer Press are excited to work together to unleash huge kaiju against each other. Privateer Press, that one, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure if you type in Google controversy, I think they've had 1 or 2. So that might be something that if you like to know the company before you buy from them, that sort of thing. Like, if that's you, that's something you might want to look into. And if I'm wrong, I do apologize, but I'm pretty sure I remember, like, that raises my bad ears. Don't have time to get into that, though. Choose your side, and that could be wrong. Once again, I could totally be wrong. You Google search that yourself. Maybe somebody in the comments let me know so I can apologize preemptively or say, oh, I thought I was right. I don't know. Choose your side, smash your way to your enemies, be the last monster standing to win. Save over $300 to current retail. Wow. Okay. So they're leading off with, wow, boy, howdy, look how much you're saving. But when the number of money that I'm saving is more than the number of money that I would even possibly consider spending on this game, that's... So what are you looking at, like a $600? Is this $500, $600? Like, how, what? Take a deep breath, slow your roll, keep reading. Choose your agenda between the protectors and the destroyers. So that was the first half of the video, was those two fighting. And so then the last half of the video, and that was what I mentioned, I want to know more. Since I saw just the core game, I want to know more about the expansions. So I'm going to guess the expansions are the Godzilla and the aliens, or whatever it was. The King Kong, I should say, or whatever it was. Ooh, okay. Interesting. The new big box Monsterpocalypse board game range is 100% compatible with existing Monsterpocalypse miniatures game products. Now you can enjoy an upgraded, fantastic visual feel, pre-assembled models, and more maps, new modes, and a brand new 3 to 4 player expansion with never seen before Apex Monster. So what I just read there is, wow, I'm stumbling onto something that's going to have a very loyal fan base, which explains why this is just seen boom, 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 boom. So many people just jumping in on this. Because I imagine if you're a big fan of Monsterpocalypse and you're like, upgraded, I don't have to construct the minis, it looks fantastic, that video probably totally sold you on this. Okay. Put it in my brain. Players take the role of different factions, rule booklet, download here. I do like seeing that front and center. I don't like it better than the price. I think the price is better. But still, I like it up front. Like, looks like no controversies, just bad sales. My apologies, Privateer Press. I'm thinking of a different company then. And that's the thing, there's so many damn companies, and you hear so many little birds from so many... Because here's the thing, when you do interviews with people, it's, a lot of the time, it's like, sometimes it's just I walk up, I do the interview, and then we walk away. You know, so we're done. But sometimes, you know, if you know the person, you've done numerous interviews, you talk, you chit-chat, and you hear industry secrets. It's the kind of thing that you can't talk about. You can't, like, but you still hear a lot of stuff. And so I do apologize to Privateer Press. It was probably a different company. Maybe it was Privateer Press. I don't know. Because they have a lot of different companies that sound the same. How to play?
We're
13 minutes. Okay. 13 minutes makes me think that I'm probably going to know exactly how to play it at the end of this. Awesome. Like that being there. First time on Kickstarter. Click to learn more. No, it's not. I'm assuming it's not. Let's double check. But no, it's not. 100 to 1. Is that 1,000 to 1? That's almost 1,000 to 1. No, is that 100 to 1? That's 100 to 1. Yes, 100 to 1, not 1,000 to 1. So, math is hard. All right, so I do apologize to Privateer Press because I don't want to slander. Why back now? Plenty of stretch goals to unlock. There's so many of them that we will sometimes even offer you double stretch goals, each of which will go in the equivalent blocks. Whoa, double stretch goals. I'm going to make a bold prediction. Does that mean that So, one thing a lot of people don't like is when you do stretch goals and they go exclusively into the premium game. So, like, just the people getting the core game don't get it, even though most of the time, most people don't buy the core game, and, you know, and I can say that without a shot, like, 100% true, because I always check the numbers over here, and as if you watch this, you know it is just always the most popular pledge level is the one that gives everything. That's just how we shop on Kickstarter now. It's absurd! One day this bubble will burst, and I hope it doesn't for a long time, though, because I want to see how absurd this whole hobby gets. It's so fun. Because every once in a while, a company will send me one of these crazy whale things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So exclusive, but I'm going to guess that's what it is, and I like that idea. I like that idea a lot because, you know, then people can't complain that you're putting exclusive stuff into there because you're also, well, they can still complain because everyone's going to complain, but still, I think that's a great idea. So now we're just stretch goals, which is great. I want to see stretch goals. I love seeing stretch goals high. I always pound my chest that stretch goals should be near the top once you get yourself funded. But you know what I think should be even higher? The price of what I'm buying. So I'm hoping that it's right after this. I'm hoping that that's how they roll it. And that actually, I think that would be a great way to do it as well. So new ally approaching when we hit 350K. What are we at? 340K. Okay, so every 250,000, so that is, those are stretch goals that are not going to pop up too routinely, but I imagine they're giving us big miniatures. Oh no, Oh no, this is the next one, and these are the ones. Oh, we're going every 20K. Oh my gosh. So we're going to be in for a fun ride here. They're doing it a little bit different. I don't typically see this formatting of the left to right in the rows on stretch goals, but I don't mind it. I think they did a good enough job of zooming in on things. And I think this would look really good, especially if you're on mobile. Like, if you're on mobile, this is going to look real hot right here, I think. Let me know if you're on mobile, if this looks hot. So pledge levels. Okay, so then we do roll right to the pledge levels, and so I'll give that a pass. Because let's be honest, I have not scrolled too far down. And yeah, this is all big one graphic. I learned about the history of it. This I kind of don't need. Whatever. This I kind of don't need. $700, so $300. So yeah, okay, we did beat around the bush a little bit, but it didn't take too long to get to the price. And now we see $119. This is the core box. Click to see more. What does this mean? Oh, this is not... Oh, this looks like this is specifically... Oh, no, this is great for mobile, but this is also good for me. Look at this. Okay, chat, let me know. I kind of like that. I haven't seen anybody else do that before. That's really nice. Because it doesn't stretch out the page forever, but it lets me know that if I want to go here, like, and this is the shot that I always like to see, that long, sexy scrolling shot where you can see all the miniatures. Like, look at this. This looks great. Oh, my. Look at that. So that's in the base. And when I see all this, when I see 14 apartment buildings, 6 downtown high-rises, a guard defense base, and more things getting unlocked by the freaking minute, this is good. I'm saying, wow, this is great value. I'm getting great value here. Because that price, what was it? It was relatively high. This is so this is a premium game, $120. If you're going to charge me $120, I want to make sure it feels like a premium game, and I think they're doing that. 120 is a lot, but we're getting... Those were big minis, because these were minis, and then these were even bigger minis, and this is going to be a huge box, and there's going to be huge monsters, and okay. I think I'm sold. The game boards, I'd like to see this zoomed in a little bit more. That'd be nice. What's the size? And I like the fact it's double-sided. I do like the fact that it's that, but I think this is actually zoomed out a little too far. I'd like to see more of this. Like, I think you did a better job zooming in the minis than you did on the other components, which I think is disappointing. Yeah, I want to see the monster stat cards. They're double-sided? Yeah, I want to see everything. Because here's what I'm thinking. You've wooed me right now with just the idea of monsters fighting. I think it looks great. But I still, like, gameplay-wise, I don't have a clue what the hell's going on. And this, I don't like the zooming out of it. I do not. 2-player aid and dice pools. Oh, look at those. Why only 2? Oh, because it's a 2-player game. Dumb. And maybe that is why they did not put the information on the front. You know, the time link, the player count, the age. It does look monstrous. Because once again, what did I say at the very beginning of this? I was getting a King of Tokyo style vibe, which people love King of Tokyo. This is not a King of Tokyo style game. It does not appear to be that way. Very different game. And so maybe they were trying to hold what style game it was a little close to their vest until they got you to watch that video. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading way too much into it, because I do that a lot. 8 elite bases. But sometimes I hit. And sometimes I've had people reach out to me and be like, you know what, I would never say this on the record, but you were totally right about that one thing. I was like, no way! And that's always fun. That's fun. I love meeting people from the industry. But anywho, smash your pledge, $119. I feel reasonable. Plus the stretch goals, and I already saw it. Like, look at this. I already see stretch goals. Now, the color differential, that's the one thing. Oh, so these are new units. So what are these? Whose are these? Are these unlocked for everybody? I don't know. That one I'm a little bit curious about, how exactly that works. But all that stuff getting added into this $119 pledge level, I'm in. I'm already in. But now, this is where we crank it up a level. And it's just like the video. God, I think that video is so damn well done. Just for their market. Because once they cranked it up, I was like, there's aliens! And oh, there's Godzilla! And I was like, what? And it blew my mind. And I want that. Like, this looks great. Don't get me wrong. I'm already like $119. Okay. But I want... Here we go. What's coming down here? Crusher Pledge. I want the Battle Royale expansion. What's it do? So it's adding like 40 bucks? Not bad. $9 discount. Okay. 1 core box plus the 1 Battle Royale expansion, which hopefully you're going to... So I don't like the fact I can't click on this one. This one, okay, so that feels a little bit underwhelming. That pledge level right there feels a little bit underwhelming. Like, oh, plus you get this thing. And I'm like, what's that thing? Well, find out later, Billy. Then we go to a $59 one. This is just if I want the expansion. So this is the expansion. So this is where I can zoom in on the expansion. Why would I just want for veteran Monsterpocalypse players? So if you already have the original Monsterpocalypse, that's what they're trying to say right here. Okay. Okay. I don't have an issue with this. I like this. There's no good way. It does look monstrous. And there's no good way to really handle when you have that weird pledge level that's like specifically for people, but it's going to be in front of your normal pledge level. You typically want your core pledge level to be the first thing people see aside from like the dollar thing, but there's nothing they can do about that. So I feel like they handled this in a good way. And once again, they kind of headed it off of the curb and said this is for experience for the original players of the Monsterpocalypse. And what are we getting? We're getting big monsters. Cool. And this is going to add... So does this add a third player? No, it adds a fourth player. So, and there's going to be three different factions or two different factions? I think these are the two different factions. And then this is just, I don't know what this is. Is that a third faction? This could be cleaner. Like this, I feel like they could have done a better job explaining to me what this is. I mean, I know I want it, but it's like a little bit more, I think. Click for further details. Just remember that stretch goals are not included in the expansion pledge level. Please, wait, okay. Wrap your brain around that sentence real quick for us. Click for further details. Just remember that stretch goals are not included in this expansion pledge. Oh, so if you are, if you're just here from the original Monsterpocalypse and you're just coming here for that, you don't get the stretch goal stuff. So they are getting a little bit of shaft there, and I wonder if we'll see some slight complaining about that in the comment section. It makes sense though, especially if this thing just gets massive and they ended up putting a bunch of extra stuff in there. So let's see, zoom in. What is this one? This is the veteran pledge. Yeah, this just adds, okay, so that makes it a 3 and 4 player game. Got it. And then, oh, I do like this. I wish they also had it in inches, but this is still good. It gives me a feel for how these are. I'd like to see the building as well. I think the building in here would be a really solid addition to add. Make this a little bit wider and just slide that in wherever. Because I imagine this is also the building. I don't know. Because you did a great job of showcasing, I believe, this specific mini versus the building. And I was like, oh, that was so well done. Because I think this is the same size. Just something I'd like to know. All right, add-ons. What's an add-on? I know what an add-on is. Don't patronize me. So the Crusher pledges, that's the big one. Wait, so how the hell is this a $300 discount? What am I missing? So is this going to be $459 in retail? Oh my god! If that's so much money. That cannot be right. So what is this? These are the minis painted. Cool. Core box. Now we're doing the long, sexy scrolling shot. This is weird. This is oddly placed because it's like I thought we already talked about this. Like, yeah, we did. We totally. Like, here it is. Here it was. This was the spot. You could click on it, and now you're like, oh, no, we're going to talk about it again. We're going to tell you again about... Oh, Grandpa, you already told me about the core box. No, let me tell you a little bit more about the core box. I want you to see the minis. I want you to see these minis firsthand, Billy. Get in here. And I think that's what they're doing here. I don't know why they'd have two. I'd honestly just rather have one. Which are super big minis. Okay. Yeah, and that's the other thing. This looks so cool. The void gate. I want a giant void gate. Like, imagine how, that's so neat. All right, game elements, stuff, things. I'm already convinced. I want shipping. So there's only the 3 pledge levels, look like. So you have the $1, you have the $59, you have the $119, which is the core box, and then you have the 1 to 4. And so there is a solo mode. Okay, and I also don't think they've really mentioned much about that as well. I'd like to know a little bit more about that, I think, before I get to this point. And yeah, once again, let's look. What do I say? Which pledge level do people want? $1, so there's people on the fence. 85, 176, 1,960. Kickstarter is all about excess. So, good for them. And honestly, after that video, I was sold. Where was the Godzilla thing? I didn't see it when I scrolled down. Anywho. Pardon me. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? Yeah. I mean, here's what I'm saying. I routinely look at Kickstarters, and this is routinely right around the price that it's going to be for a deluxe pledge. And I feel like the value that I'm getting compared to some other games that I've seen is just like through the roof. Like take for instance, Marvel Dice Masters or something like that. You know, not Marvel Dice Masters, the Marvel the Throne game or whatever it is. You know, I think that this has the value. I don't have an issue with the price. So right now, this is looking like a really solid grade on this. I want to see some quotes. I want to see a gameplay video. And I want to see a how to play video. That'd all be really good stuff. So we have a gameplay video. Okay, full gameplay. Full gameplay in a different language. Full gameplay in a different language. Previews. Don't care. Unboxing. That one, I actually, you know what? Normally I just scoff at the unboxings, but I'm sure some people actually...
is part of the game.
And you know what? I'm going to take a little test right here. Let's see which one of these is more popular. I'm going to guess it's the unboxing, but I'm going to be wrong.
Hello, welcome to Quack.
So, 1,400
If you love
preview,
tabletop...
Hello, welcome to Quackalo. Thank you for being...
3,800 for the unboxing. I called that. Double. Man, I swear, I really feel like I'm in tune with how people shop on Kickstarter is like a mass doing this segment. It's so weird. Like, you would think that the preview... And no, I'm telling you, previews don't move the needles. Let's check on this one, too. This is Alex.
Hey, I'm Alex.
Okay, so that one's about head-to-head, which is also... So then we can even start doubling that. Alex is doing double numbers on that preview as opposed to the Quackalo preview, but the unboxing, so it's like, oh, there's numbers everywhere. But then you also have to relate, like, when did they come out? Does the placement on here make a difference? Clearly not, because this is the top video, and you think people click on the first video. No, they go down, they click on the third video. These are all just interesting numbers that I love analyzing because I love doing the behind-the-scenes stuff. But anywho, continuing on. What is this?
Special rules.
I don't even know what it is. I can't see. Don't care. Not my language, but it's there. Awesome. Try the game on Tabletopia. Great. Good to see. Retailers. What do I want? Shipping. That's what I want. I want shipping. We're gonna bury it at the bottom because that's the industry standard. F the industry standard. Put it up after those add-ons. Be a rebel. USA $34. So pretty much if you get the core box, you're gonna get jammed. So I don't like this shipping at all. We want to be a big part of it. If you're interested in acquiring this game for the store, yeah, so I hate this shipping area because we all know what the most popular pledge level is. We don't need to talk about it. It quite obviously is the Crusher pledge. But you don't have the information for the Smasher pledge or for the Veteran pledge, which once again is the returning fans of Monsterpocalypse, which is 85. So apparently, returning fans of Monsterpocalypse are not thrilled with how you ran this. And that's just an interesting observation right there. You know, only 85. Like that's really low. Interesting. But yeah, the shipping doesn't tell me, you know, if I can't afford, well, it's only $40 extra. Yeah, they're just kind of putting it like 176 people. Good for you for staying strong and just be like, nope. But once again, you're going to get jacked on the shipping compared to them, I assume. Like I don't like the shipping. Where's the VAT? Here we go. We'll be charging VAT during our pledge managers. We have always been paying our VAT normally by taking it off the margin. However, the current situation with increased ocean freight and cost of materials have made it impossible to maintain a healthy margin. So pretty much, you're going to get jacked by the VAT. The original game was a war game that had a model more like Warhammer with lots of different sales SKUs. Also, minis had to be put together. Okay. I don't like to make broad generalizations, but I'm going to make a broad generalization that I think if you're the kind of person who is into that older, more obscure hobby, you're probably going to be turned off a little bit more, I think, by that. I don't know. Because, yeah, because they're like, oh, yeah, you don't get any of the stretch goal stuff. We're not even going to tell you how much the shipping is. Yeah, I can see how that'd rub you the wrong way. Your pledge will be shipped within the U.S. You will not be charged with sales tax. Cool, good stuff. But once again, hate the shipping area. Just, it's buried at the bottom, which just, pet peeve. But you're only acquiescing one of the three people in theory that you're trying to take care of. So what languages are available when it's possible to go to retail? Yes, that's why there's that crappy 119 version that apparently nobody wants. Do you offer a retailer pledge? When do I pay for shipping? So I would like this better organized. I always think that everyone should just steal the reload from Colossal Games, how they do their FAQ. I just think it's the best. But here, I think, is where we're going to see the bread and butter, where the magic get made, which is in the updates. So 7, 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 3, 0, 3, 2, 12 updates? Didn't this just launch on Tuesday? Oh, God, I take it back. Oh, spiders on my skin. Who the hell wants you emailing them 12 times in a day and a half? Nobody wants that. Nobody's that excited about this game. Damn, 12 emails? Is this regular? Is this... Wow. Maybe it's just me. Let me know. 12 emails in the first 2 days. Is that too much for you? Way too much for me. And the other thing is, you're going to be watering down your engagement. Because even if you poke in here and you ask a question, you have a great update. How many people, like, here's the thing, like, people don't check their emails all the time. So if you check your email, and you come back and there's like 6 emails from this, are you looking at all 6? I don't know. So let's see what a typical one looks like. Here we go. Stretch goal stuff. Wow. Lots of theme. These look pre-prepared. Yeah, I'm going to guess that these were made in advance. And so the plan was to send them out when they hit stretch goals. Let's see, have there been 12? 4, 8, 10. You have the thank you, first day, awesome, and another one. Yeah, it looks like that's the plan. So, yeah, that's in theory a great idea. If you're not rocketing through stretch goals. You know, if you're hitting stretch goals every 2 days, not such a big deal. You're hitting them every 4 hours for the first... so this is going to slow down in theory. It's an interesting strategy. They're number 1 right now on popularity. I'll be interested to see how this lasts, and hopefully they make these a little bit more engaging, because it looks like they're just telling you about the expansion stuff. And oh, now we're actually getting real in depth on the stuff that I want. Oh, okay, on the cards, in the different languages. So they're taking a very different approach to doing this Kickstarter, and I'm interested to see. So no comments. I don't like how they're running the updates. Like, they just don't get people engaged. I'll be very interested to see where this lands popularity-wise in like a week. But let me know in the comments below. Do you like that much contact? Do you care that much about most of the games you back? I don't think most people do. I think there used to be a time back when I was just a wee boy of 30, 28 maybe, back when Kickstarters used to feel really special. You know, where there wouldn't be like a whole boatload. There wouldn't be like $4 million Kickstarters going at a time. And it's just got to the point where it's become, oh my God, am I that guy right now? It's just become so mainstream in our board game hobby. Kickstarter really has become more mainstream. And that's, I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I just think it's really interesting. You know. But anywho, on to the comments. Okay, I'm in, having watched this game for some years and waiting for a good entry point, and here it is. I see some of the non-apartment buildings. So there's the other thing. Here's one more thing on the duo. I already wanted it. The quotes, there were no quotes. Despite there being videos. I always feel like that's a misstep. You have videos, I'd get some quotes from it. So I don't know why I'm buying this. Aside from, honestly, the idea that I just want to roll dice and watch monsters smash each other with big mini buildings. So game-wise, I am a bit concerned. No quotes. Like, there was no quotes, and there was no quotes or mentioning just how awesome the original game was. Even though apparently, as King Fat was saying, it might have been somewhat a different game because it was a war game. It was modeled more like Warhammer. I don't know, but I kind of, you know what, before I put a grade on this one, I kind of want to know that, because that does put, that gets my spidey sense tingling just a little bit when I don't see people banging the drum about how people love the original game. So let's see. $2,195. That's not bad at all. Okay. And so, okay. Never mind. Take backsies. I don't have an issue with that. So I think they should have spotlighted that a little bit more, because I'm sure there's some really amazing positive quotes that could have been put in here. But whatever. Becca Shot was showing a paper mat under the board. Is that going to be turned into a playmat for sale later? Is that in the game? That's from the PP 2018 version. That can receive a prototype version of the game for the preview video if you follow. So this sounds like a good thing to put in the FAQ. Part of why this is to get away. So collaborators get away from the paper mats for some of the yeah. So, but what I'm looking for here, Sam's in it. Sam's crushing it. Hopefully they have some people on some different time schedules for when Sam has to sleep. But yeah, Charles is up in there. Andrew. So we got 3 people. What? How many are we gonna go? What about when we get? Wow, they are really churning this comment section really well right here. Love it. So that's 4. So Mythic Games. So we have 4 people actively chugging this. And I betcha if they did it in a different language, they are going to have some people from the different parts of the world potentially on here, which is what I always recommend if you can pull it off. Because, you know, people are still going to comment when you're sleeping, even though primarily it is from the United States of America. So there we go. Either way, I feel comfortable with the customer service. US 14, yeah. So final grade on this one. Monsterpocalypse. A board game. The video, do I want it? Yeah, I was in. Video had me. Lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels. Chucking a bunch of dice. Cool looking minis. Pterodactyl minis. Building minis. Russian stuff. Cool cards, dice, whatever. I'm in. Can you do it? Yes. Mythic Games. It's a company. They have a track record. I don't think I've ever actually played any Mythic Games, which is normally something that I'll try and base it on, you know. Let's see. Have I played any of you? I have not. So, no impressions here. I have heard people mention different things about some of these games. So, but can you do it is yes. How much is it? I feel like the price is reasonable. $159. Then you get the shipping, which is going to put around $200. That's expensive, but this is going to be, I'm assuming, a massive box. That's the other thing. I don't know the size of the box. I wish you gave me a better idea of the size of the box. I always think that that's a good idea, especially like with the expansions. Like, what is the expansion box going to look like? And then this, yeah, Becca actually did, I think, a better job of kind of giving me, conveying the size of the box a little bit more than you guys did. But yeah, I'd like to know the size of the box. I think that's always important. But in the end, I'm going to give this one, I think, a B+, no, A-. That video is so well done. I'm going to give it an A-. B+. B+ for Monsterpocalypse, the board game. Overall, I thought it was a pretty well done thing. I did not like that shipping section. Sam, I am. Looks fun. Yeah, they make big games. They do. And it's like, big games. It's just how much more can our hobby take of big games? Like, shelves are going to start getting full eventually. But until that day, Monsterpocalypse board game, we're giving it a B+. Let me know in the comments below what is your grade for the Monsterpocalypse board game. And if you enjoy this Kickstarter content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, because every single time I go on one of these Kickstarter critiques, I go on a weird, wild journey. We never know where we're going to go, but I want you to come with me. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.